Stop what you're doing for a moment. Don't scroll. Don't open another app. Just pay attention. Because right now I'm looking at a document that was never meant to be public. This is not speculation. It's not a rumor. It's a leaked internal memo that came directly from the trading desk of Morgan Stanley, one of the largest financial institutions in the world. And what it says is deeply alarming. This message was sent to their top clients just 72 hours ago. The instruction could not be clearer. Close all silver positions, not trim them, not manage risk. Close them completely. Get out. Sell everything before the month ends. You need to understand how unusual this is. Major banks rarely speak so directly. They normally hide behind careful language. Phrases like adjust exposure or rebalance holdings are their usual tools. They prefer subtle hints. But this memo is different. This isn't a whisper, it's a warning siren. It's an evacuation notice. When a bank controlling around $3 trillion in assets tells its traders to abandon a position entirely, that isn't routine risk control. That is fear. Real, institutional fear. The kind that appears when the most experienced minds in the room suddenly realize they're sitting on a time bomb, and the clock is running out. I've personally reviewed this memo. I've also spoken with multiple sources inside the trading industry to verify that it's authentic. And honestly, this may be the most critical piece of financial information you'll hear this year. Because when a giant like Morgan Stanley rushes for the exit, it means something disastrous is approaching fast. They're seeing signals in their internal risk models that ordinary investors will never have access to. They're watching a storm form, one that could wipe out anyone who isn't prepared. So now, the decision is yours. You can dismiss this as background noise. You can tell yourself it's just another market rumor. Or you can pay attention. Because when the rats start abandoning a ship, it's usually because the ship is taking on water. Smart money always moves first. And right now, smart money is clearly afraid. Let's look closely at what the memo actually says. It's brief, only 3 paragraphs, but every word is deliberate. When you're advising billion-dollar clients to sell, you don't waste time with fancy language. You get straight to the point. The first section focuses on what they call structural changes. According to the memo, extreme volatility combined with structural shifts in the silver market means clients must close all positions, long, short, every single one. At first glance, structural changes sounds harmless, almost boring, like rearranging desks in an office. But that's not what it means here. In Wall Street language, that phrase is a red alert. It signals that the system itself is breaking down. The basic rules that keep the market functioning are no longer holding. Think of it like a bridge you cross every day on your way to work. Structural change doesn't mean you slow down a bit. It means engineers have discovered a crack in the main support. They don't advise caution. They shut the bridge down immediately. Because if traffic continues, collapse is inevitable. Think of it like the bridge you cross every day on your way to work. Structural changes here are like engineers discovering a serious crack in the main support beam. They don't tell you to slow down. They don't suggest sending one car at a time. They shut the bridge completely because if traffic continues, it could collapse. Morgan Stanley is essentially signaling that the bridge is no longer safe. Now let's move to the second paragraph. This is where banks are built to make money. That's their entire business model. They charge fees when you buy silver. They earn commissions when you trade. New business is what they live for. So when a bank effectively says, "We don't want your money," that's almost unheard of. It tells you the risk has reached an extreme level. The threat is so serious that they're willing to walk away from easy profits just to protect themselves. They're shutting their own books. They're not simply advising others to exit. They're already gone. They're moving fast. They want absolutely no exposure when this situation finally explodes. Turning down revenue goes against everything banks stand for. It's the opposite of how they're wired. So when a bank refuses new business, it's because the danger of accepting that money outweighs any potential gain. It's like a building shaking so violently that they don't want anyone else inside when it comes down. Before we go any further, it's important to understand how an institution like Morgan Stanley operates. They don't send messages like this casually. They don't wake up one morning and decide to frighten clients. A memo of this magnitude has to pass through legal teams, compliance departments, and risk committees. It likely reached the highest levels of leadership. Why does that matter? Because telling your largest clients to sell everything is incredibly risky. It creates enormous legal exposure. If they're wrong, if silver prices rise after this warning, lawsuits follow. Billions could be lost. Their credibility would take a massive hit. So for them to put this guidance in writing and to accept that risk, they must be completely convinced. They must be deeply concerned. They ran the numbers. They weighed the consequences. And they decided that staying quiet was more dangerous than triggering panic. That alone should make you uneasy. It suggests their models aren't showing a small dip or a mild correction. They're signaling a strong probability of a major breakdown before the month is over. So what exactly are they seeing? Why press the evacuation button now? Remember, these institutions aren't reacting to headlines. They create them. They have access to information you'll never see. They watch real-time flows. They know who's buying, who's selling, and how fast conditions are changing. They're not guessing about the market. They are the market. They are not just observers. They are the market itself. And right now, they're watching a perfect storm form. Three major crises are colliding simultaneously. The first crisis is what experts call the empty tank, or inventory depletion. In the silver market, there are two types of silver, eligible and registered. Think of registered silver like the gasoline at a gas station. You can pump it right now. Eligible silver is different. It's like the gas sitting in someone else's parked car at the station. It's there, but you cannot access it. It belongs to someone else. At this moment, the gas in the pump, the registered silver, is running dangerously low. It has fallen below 32 million ounces, which is the lowest level in over a decade. But the real alarm isn't just the low number, it's how fast it's disappearing. Just 6 weeks ago, there were 41 million ounces. Now, it's down to 32. That's a loss of 5 million ounces per week. If this trend continues, the tank could reach zero in about 20 weeks. And it gets even worse. The leak is accelerating. In just the last 2 weeks, 4 million ounces vanished. If that pace holds, the registered inventory will be completely gone in about 8 weeks. Just 2 months. Some people will try to calm you. They'll point to all that eligible silver in storage, claiming there's 200 million ounces sitting safely in vaults. Don't be fooled. That silver isn't available. It's frozen. It belongs to private owners. And right now, silver commands much higher prices in Asia and Europe than it does locally. Why would these owners sell their silver to the exchange at a lower price when they can ship it overseas and make a fortune? They simply won't. That silver won't come to the rescue. The only safety net we have is the registered inventory, and it's disappearing fast. This brings us to the second crisis, the delivery disaster. Most of the silver market is a paper-based system. People trade contracts, almost like trading collectible cards. The majority don't actually want the physical silver. They're just betting on price movements. Typically, about 98% of traders only deal with the paper contracts and leave it at that. This is how the market functions. But here's the catch. The banks are selling far more paper silver than the actual physical silver that exists, counting on the assumption that not many will demand delivery of the real metal. That assumption is breaking down. In the last delivery cycle, 9% of traders stepped forward demanding their silver, not cash, the actual metal. That's twice the normal level. And for the next month, projections are even higher. We could see 12% to 15% of traders asking for physical delivery. And that's a huge problem. It's basic arithmetic. There are roughly 160,000 paper contracts right now, which represent about 800 million ounces of silver. That's the paper claim. But the physical silver to back it, far less.